people. Today we're going to do a shorty set that I'm calling a little Papa Spring. And we're going to be using these short ovals. So let's go. We'll be doing 2 coats of this Modelones nude. This is my second set this week. As I'm going away next week, I had to get ahead by one, so this one I needed to bust out real quick. So there's not going to be a whole lot to it, but I just needed another set. So there we are with that. And this is the Model 1 nude that I actually like the nude of. Okay, we're going to cure those. And in for round 2, second coat. I will be going full on spring stuff when I get back. So, I believe I said that last time, but just so you know, we have had rain all week here, which is really unusual for us, so everything is cold and wet and icky and ugly. This afternoon's supposed to be the last of it for at least a week and a half that I saw looking ahead, but okay, I've cured those. Going in now with base coat. We're going to give these a layer of base coat. Doesn't need to be a real thick layer, just a thin enough layer that we're going to stick some glitters to this. And one more. Okay. We are going to be using this iridescent glitter, and obviously I have sped this up. We are just going to dab on some little bits of this on all the nails. There's not going to be an accent nail. They're all going to be basically the same. I just wanted a little pop of glitter in the background. They're going to be matted, so this isn't going to show up like real in your face like it looks right now. And I made a mess all over my mat with glitter again. I had to sit and pick those little suckers off one at a time because I could not get them to wipe off with my my Clorox wipe that I clean with at the end. Alright, once we get this glitter on here and I'm happy with it, we're going to cure that. And these are real easy to do. I think pretty much anybody should be able to do these. Okay, and we're back, and I'm going to go over these with kind of a hefty layer of base coat. You're only seeing the last couple because I forgot to hit record at the beginning again. Alright, that's cured, and now I'm using my tempered top coat, and I'm going in with 2 layers of it, although I'm only going to show you guys the one. Just know I did do 2, and these are going to be kind of hefty layers also. And I'm going to hold that upside down for about a little bit, I don't know, 10-15 seconds to let it run to the center more. Cure it. Now those have been cured. 2 coats have been cured. And now we're going to go do the old file and buff routine on these. Of course, it didn't stay very well on the nail stand. They never do when I got to do this part. But everything pretty much was laying flat, so I'm just giving them the once over with this. This is a 100-180 grit buffer. I start off with the 100 side and then switch to the 180 side. Okay, those have all been buffed and filed now. Now I'm going in with another layer of the tempered top coat because I wanted, well, we're going to matte these, but I like to do a regular top underneath the matte. I think it just makes it smoother and it makes it look nicer. This is just a regular top coat, not heavy duty. We're not putting a bunch on. We're just doing a regular amount. I'm going to cure that. Now we're going to go back in with the matte top. Now I like to do my matte top a little thicker because if it's too thin and you're brushing over it a bunch, it gets kind of streaky, at least in my experience. So I'm going to put a decent layer of that on, and then we will cure that again. Okay, and we go now, moving on. Now there's where we are. We're going to use this clear, they're calling it building gel. It's like the carving gel that I use when I'm doing the colored ones that I use, except for this is clear. I was really afraid it was going to be badly sticking to my gloves, but it didn't. I was surprised, pleasantly surprised. Okay, I'm starting on the thumb, and I'm just going to make a ball, and then I'm going to flatten it out to kind of like a pancake. And then this is a really super quick, easy flower. Okay, I didn't spend a lot of time refining the petals on this. We're just going to like poke it in on the edges, and that's how we're going to get our flower petals. Now I did four petal flowers on these just because that's just how they worked out. If I really was wanting to make these super nice, I would have spent more time on this flowers on here. Then once you get them cut in like to the side edges, you just kind of mash them down to get your petal shape how you want it. As I said, I did not spend a whole lot of time on this, so I didn't do anything super fancy or extra nice with these petals. I just flattened them out like they were. I didn't spend that much time shaping them. Darn it, I was going to say something. Oh, I know what it was. The way this came out looking, you could almost turn this easily into a 4-leaf clover if you were still in the mind to do St. Patrick's Day stuff. Although as I'm saying this and I'm thinking about it, by the time you guys see this video, St. Patrick's Day is going to be done. But anyway, you also could do this by just taking 4 or 5 little balls and putting them together, around there, and then mashing those down into the petals. Either way it would work. I just saw somebody do this with one circle at the beginning like that, so I thought that looked awfully easy. I'm just going to do it like that, see how it comes out. Okay, and then I'm going to take one of these yellow crystals. I forget which ones I started with. I'm guessing it was that one. Now on the full flowers, I'm using these. On the half flowers that you're going to see in a bit, I'm going to use the next size smaller. And I'm going to shove this down in there while this is still, not cured. I'm going to shove it in hopes that it's going to stay in there once it cures, and then I won't have to do any gluing. I just wanted to make sure it was mashed in there really well. And a little adjusting of the petals. Now I kind of like these, how they came out being clear. I'm not going to leave them clear, but if you wanted to leave them clear, they look kind of cool like that. That's not the way I ended up doing it, but okay, and there's that one. It seemed like it was already starting to cure up a little bit just from my desk lamp, so you kind of have to work quickly. Okay, on for the half flowers, I made the same size ball, and then I just cut it in half and stuck half of it on the nail edge. was trying to see which side of it has the blank spot so I could put it on there better. Or, I wanted the glitter to still show and I didn't want to cover it up. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, we're just going to mash this down kind of the same way. I guess you didn't really have to cut the bead in half. You could have just started off with the smaller bead and, flattened one side down. But I just figured I would do it that way because it's easier. We're going to do the same thing. There's only going to be 3 petals showing on this one because it's off the side, obviously. So we're just going to mash them down. We get them how we want. This is the only other one I think I'm going to show you. I don't think I showed any more after that. We'll do the rest off camera. And don't worry about that part hanging over the edge yet. We're going to shove it back up on there in a minute. I started to do it here, but I really should have waited till after I got the crystal in there. You could make your petals pointy on the ends. Pretty much anything you can do with acrylic, you can do with this. I just find it so much easier to work with than acrylic. I guess the thing I like is I can keep playing around with it as long as I need to and not have to worry about it setting up on me like acrylic does. And if I screw it up really badly before it's cured, I can scrape it off and start over. Okay, we're going to shove that down in. And then I'm going to shove up the bottom part so it's flush with the edge of the nail. And we don't have to worry about filing anything off. I really wanted to get those crystals stuck down in there really good. They seemed to stay on fine once it was cured. Okay, we have got all of them done. And I'm going to cure these for 2 minutes. And now we're going to paint them. We're using jelly polishes. My Beetles jellies I just got, the yellow and the orange. Originally I was going to do these in pink and purple, but the pink was like a really hot pink. And it just didn't, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. So what I'm going to do is start off with the orange, just like down the center of the petal. Trying not to get any on the crystal. Then I'm going to switch over to the yellow. I did clean my brush in between there. You guys just didn't see that part. And the rest of the petal we're going to cover in yellow. Now you could use whatever color you want. You could just not even paint them and leave them clear. Like I said, they were looking kind of cool being clear too. But once I get the yellow on there, I'm going to kind of go back and kind of zhuzh it up a little down the center where the orange is to kind of blend the orange a little bit. I tried to do that. It ended up not blending in as well, quite as well as I was hoping, so I ended up with like orange lines down the center on some of them. The first one I did that you guys didn't see, I did the yellow first and put the orange in last, and then it barely showed up at all, which is why I switched to putting it in first. That seemed to be working a little bit better. I was going to, like I said, I was going to do pink and purple with purple in place of the orange and then the pink, but I don't know, hot pink with the purple on here on this background, it just didn't seem like, I don't know, I wasn't feeling it after I was looking at it. So at the last second I switched them out to the orange and yellow. Okay, I think this is the last one I'm going to show. Maybe. I like how they kind of look like they're glass when you get done with them at the end. Yeah, hair on there. Okay, there they are. Now, when I'm done with this, we're going to cure this. I cured them. Oh, my glove is caught again underneath there. Okay, those have been cured now. The last step, we got to top coat these flowers now. So I've wiped most of the top coat off my brush because I just wanted the thinnest little bit over these just to cover them. And then I managed to slop a little bit on the base. So I will use a lint-free wipe and some alcohol, and I'm just going to clean around there because I do not want any shiny on the base part. So if you do the same thing, that's how you clean them off. And also being careful not to get top coat over the crystal because it will lose all of its sparkle if you do that, which I'm sure you guys know by now. But it bears repeating for anybody who may be new into nail art. Another reason I wanted to top coat them is because the jelly polishes are drying with a bit of a tacky layer, so we can't have that. And more sloppage on that one. Okay, here we are. I'm going to go cure those. And yep, there we are, all finished. If you like them, please give me a like. I think they turned out okay. I wish I had taken a little more time on the flowers, but for something quick and easy, it is what it is. I will upload new ones every Saturday, so hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. And that's all I got for you this time. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.